It's the Midlands Show. You're locked in right now with Kaylee Golden and me, Rakeem, Omar. This is a part of the show where we get to hear from artists that we're probably championing, we're probably listening to, we're probably excited about, probably all those three things together. But this is going to be a very rude way of starting an interview. Okay, bear with us. And I want to just put it out there. There isn't a lot that we know about you. And I think it's a good thing. Like we've seen the colors, and so many other people have as well. It's blown up. So many people are excited. We're like, hold on, Birmingham. So we just need to get to know you. And I feel like a lot of people are in the same boat. They want to get to know you too. And this could be the perfect opportunity to do that.
Fair enough,
So
man.
introduce yourself to the people then.
I am Sipho, Sipho. Um, I make music. I just do what I want, man. You know what I mean?
That is
I'm
ultimate vibes. I just
I
do
like
what
that.
I want.
Yeah, that belongs in a bio, like on Twitter. I'm just here to do what I want.
Can I just
Yeah,
say you're also apparently a croc connoisseur? And I
Oh.
do have my crocs on today.
Oh, I never got the memo. Mine are in the other room.
Initiative. I like it. I like it.
Mhm. Do you have what are they called? I bought them to, was it the giblets? Was it what they called?
I got some of the giblets.
Is that what they are? Giblets? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Thing is,
I can't.
I only keep them on the Crocs for the yard because losing them outside is a myth.
That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, do you wear your Crocs outside?
Of course, bro.
Oh, no.
Bro,
You
of
don't
course.
business. He said he's a croc connoisseur. You can't
Listen.
just be wearing them in the house.
I already said A, do I want? B, like when we're outside, we gotta be comfortable, man. I will wear those to the I wear them to the club, and no one
Ooh.
questions me.
No.
Wait, so you have wore them to the club?
I've worn them out, yeah.
Crocs in the club?
Crocs
What
in the
the?
club. I wear my Crocs to trap house, bro. I go out in them.
No. Now, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Because I have two different types. No, I don't have two. I have one type, and I'm trying to get another. One of them is the one with the nice material inside. It feels like a slipper.
Mm.
So I have that for the inside the yard,
Yeah.
and I want to get the plain one for outside the yard because I don't want to. I don't want to have an indoor shoe and an outdoor shoe. Do you know what I'm saying? There's level. I feel like there's levels.
Yeah. Of course.
We're not sponsored by Crocs, but if you want to sponsor us, Crocs, we're here.
Yeah, we was ready for that conversation. But anyway, back to you and your music, the important part of the interview. So, Birmingham, whereabouts in Birmingham are you from?
I'm like, I think like, I'm guessing this is like what, southeast, southwest, something like that. So, Harbour and Selly Oak.
Oh, the
Them
good
sides.
side.
The good sides. So
The
everyone
mon-
thinks.
Where
so
the money
everyone,
resides.
So everyone thinks, bro. So everyone thinks.
No, Harborne is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The nice side is nice.
Oh.
Oh, there's a bad side.
No, there's a not so good side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about that side.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Innit? It's quiet enough.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, can we take things back? Obviously we know that is it Zimbabwe that you were born?
Born in Zimbabwe.
You're born in
Correct.
Zimbabwe. So when did things happen in Birmingham? How old was you making the transition?
I think I was about 3 or so, you know. So landed here and been here ever since. Really, I was living up in Ladywood actually, like Ladywood Edgbaston sides.
Oh, swear.
So I was running around in it. And,
That's more local.
Yeah. And
Be
then
more
just-
local to you though.
You went to South Birmingham. No offense to anyone in South Birmingham, but that's Quay. That's
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, obviously my family, Shirley, Hall Green, that's where I grew up. Isn't that south as well?
That's south, but that's far. That's like still far from me, bro.
all green.
Hall
Yeah.
Green, yeah.
You don't know about
Nah,
Hall Green?
I do. It's not as deep as south as you. Well, that road takes you like you're going to London. That's pretty far.
It's by the
know.
airport. No one wants to know about
it's pretty
there, but
far
yeah,
still.
I was in Edgbaston, Ladywood, Harborne, them sides. You know what I mean?
You was about. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Tad, you know what I mean?
Just a little bit. Let's talk your journey into music then. How did you discover that you wanted to do that?
Oh, thing is, I don't even think it's like a thing where I knew. It was more just like doing things like in school from when I was like, I think like 11. I started like me and my friends started like a terrible kind of band for this talent show. And for them, it was like, oh yeah, we'll do this for this talent show. But then like after the talent show, I was the only one that was like, oh, like what are we gonna do? I was like writing songs, doing this and that, and I guess it kind of followed me from there really, because then I think I kind of picked it all back up in school when I actually had like um some human sense of how to make a song and had the common sense to actually do it properly. So it kind of went from when I was like 14, 15, and I didn't really stop, to be honest.
Can I just say as well, I love that your interest was how to make a song, because quite often when someone can sing, it's just like, oh, I enjoy singing. From that age anyway, I just like singing, so I'm going to do a few covers. But from
Yeah.
that age, you was like, oh, how to make a song. You was actually interested in that part.
I think we've all tried it though. You know, we've all tried to like write a song or like a rap or something. So I think I was just doing what everyone else was doing, really, and it's being curious. I guess for me, it just went a bit further in it, like in terms of choices I was making. You know what I mean?
And what happened to the other two? Are they still making music now? That PR was on point. That PR was on point.
We don't give them a lot of publicity. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to talk about how you've mentioned attempting the gospel things, because I feel like there's a lot of influence in your music. Your sound is like so strong, and it's like sometimes you're singing from the guts of the belly, you know, the emotions cut deep there, and then it's all falsetto and all nice and all that. Like the talent is mad. So can we talk about the influence? What are you influenced by?
So many things. I think it's one of those, it kind of evolves and changes all the time. Like I'd say the kind of bass influences, you know, your Frank Oceans, your Tyler the Creators, Solange, James Blake, Sampha, and then it just kind of evolves from there. You know, I feel like in this past year or two, you know, had some time to study. um so of course, you know, a bit of D'Angelo, bit of Led Zeppelin, you know, just things just go all over the place really. It's just whatever's authentic, I guess.
Man said Solange and Led Zeppelin in the same sentence. Wow. What do people think about your voice? Not now, but I guess coming up and growing up and going through music as a teen and trying a thing. What do they think about your voice? Because it's not every day people sound like Sipho.
I guess for me it's like it was a situation where everyone kind of knew, like, oh yeah, like, you know, he's good at what he does. He can sing well. He has a nice voice, and I guess it kind of went from there. Like, but I think everyone probably, especially in school, everyone probably found me more annoying because I was always just like sitting there doing my work, singing in my head or whatever, and the teacher had to be like, "Sipo, we know you have a lovely voice, but." Yeah.
Now that voice has finished me. Why did you do that?
Wait, so Sipho is your actual real name then?
Sipo is my government name, correct?
Oh wow, because it's got a meaning behind it, doesn't it? Doesn't it mean that you're a gift?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was. Yeah.
Are you not a gift? Have you been
I
returned?
I don't know how to expand on it, but yeah, that's just what it means.
No, do you know what it is? I was going through the comments of the colours, and everyone was on about your name. So like, it means a gift, blah blah blah. So I think everyone assumes that you just come up with this name because you're like, yeah, I'm the gift, but it's your real name.
That's my actual name. I had that in the comments and all the is he South African comments, which I'm not. So who knows? I probably lost a lot of people there. You never know.
And the full stop after Sipo is very clever, because if you don't put that full stop, you will see church members on YouTube.
Oh my days! Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that?
That's what I had to deal with it. That's what I had to deal with, like coming up with it. Like I just said, yeah, like let's make it simple and something that the moms could remember too. You know what I mean? Something that everybody could remember. Just put a little dot in the end. Difference. You know what I mean?
Not the WhatsApp aunties. When was the moment that you were like, okay, let me really make this music thing like a career? Like, when did that happen?
I think it was like this, when I was 16. I was kind of like, oh, like I could do this, you know. Like I was watching a lot of like the kind of underground rap scenes, like you know, out in New York, Flatbush Zombies, Joey Badass, like, and just all of them were just doing it themselves. So I think it was kind of like, yeah, I might as well just like, you know, put my foot on the pedal and just get moving myself. and just see where it goes. You know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. And then I think it was after, you know, I like absolutely screwed up my A levels, as most people did in that year because trauma. Um, so I guess my parents were like, "Oh, like, you know, we don't mind if you like don't go to university straight away." Like, and I was like, in my head, I didn't
What?
say it to them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm blessed like that still. I'm blessed like that.
What?
And
They need to teach classes because
I mean,
a
my
lot of our
are
parents are
man.
doing that.
So yeah, I got they're like, just let me have a gap here. They said you can find a job. Found a job, and I just said to myself, I'm gonna like use this year to kind of make, you know, my next kind of project, because I've been making like EPs and things, but I was kind of like, I'm gonna, you know, put some my own money behind it, do that, and that's where And God's Dead came from. So I just kind of pushed it from there.
Should we talk colors? Because, like I said before, this is probably a time where people have seen you for the first time ever.
Yeah.
How does colors work? Because obviously you're putting out music, doing your thing, and then colors happens. How? Because I feel like there's a long line of people waiting to do a colors.
So I think with the colors, it was a situation where we partnered up with Dirty Hit, and one of the first things we'd kind of said, me and Kieran, my manager, we kind of said to ourselves, you know, we'd had a list of things from the first time we'd met of like, okay, we want to get on this, and this. We want to get on Jules Holland. We want to do these things. Like, we're trying to push into like a bit of more of, you know, like a cultural corner, I guess. So we kind of spoke to the team, said this is one of the things we're trying to do, and I'd also had one of the guys who runs colors like following me on Instagram for a while. So like he was there, and I was like, okay, you know, it's nice to know people are watching, people are interested, and they'd been having conversations back and forth about getting me on, and I'm sure like you said, everyone's kind of waiting, and and you know, there's like a long line of people waiting. And I guess what kind of pushed it forward was when I was playing at All Points East in the summer, and it so happened that that same guy was there. So I think he bumped into the performance and kind of said, "Yeah, like I guess we kind of have to do this now," like because you got to see what I work on in the rehearsal room, I guess.
That's mad that he was actually in the crowd at the same.
It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
That is
You never
wild.
know who's watching, you know.
You really never know. It's like that's why you just got to keep. You just got to work at it. You just got to put your head down and just do it.
Did you expect the reaction to be as big as it is? Like, how much? It's almost like 200,000 views.
I mean, like Colors is a it's a powerful platform, man. Like I'm grateful. Like the team's awesome. Like I met everyone. Like it's they're running things so well. So I wouldn't say like I was majorly surprised, but the response has been like crazy. So on the day before I released that, I was on like 3,000 followers. Now I'm on like nearly up to like 10K on like Instagram.
Jeez.
So it's like people are responding, like people are talking to me, and like I'm getting people messaging me in all kinds of languages I don't understand. So it's like, okay, so it's working in it. Like it's a blessing still. It's a blessing for real.
Is that scary? Because if my numbers to jump like that, I'll be thinking, all right, do I need to be, showing some more flesh in the stories? I don't know. What do I need to be doing? Is there a formula to keep these people? Like, do you feel pressure?
I think my main thing, and I've kind of been saying this for the past couple months now, is because I've been coming into a space where it's like people need to understand what I'm about. It's kind of setting the precedent, I guess. So I wouldn't say I'm necessarily nervous about like trying to entertain people or like put my face in front of things. It's just I'm letting them know, hi, I'm Sipho. This is what I do. What would you like to know? And when I'm here, I'm here. And when I'm not, it's because I'm making more music, I guess. Like, and just it's just that thing of just setting the standard in it, letting them know, like, I'm not here to like show you TikToks and shit, but I'm here to, share something with you. Let's build a community. Let's engage in different conversations, through the music, through the sit downs, and through all the topics.
Energy. You did not stand on that white stage in front of that red screen for nothing. Oh, now that you're here, you've done the colors. Kaylee, I've always wanted to ask someone this.
Go on then.
I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you now. It's not a green screen.
It's real. Is it real?
It's real.
Oh,
Oh,
is the
wow.
microphone real?
It's all real.
Are you singing live?
It's all real.
Oh my
Nothing.
god.
It's all real.
Because there was one little videos going out there about the mic was, photoshopped in allegedly.
They're all chatting.
Allegedly.
They're chatting was. They're chatting was. Nah, it's real. It's real. Like they just paint the wall.
I bet it's nice for you though, as an artist. I suppose to go on something as big as Colours, you really want to go there and see it for what it is.
Yeah, of course,
That's it.
of course. Now it's like I think for me, I just knew like whatever happens, it's gonna be a blessed experience because we got to go to Berlin. I got to see Berlin. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go back. It's beautiful.
Mm.
We got there, got in. There was just a few people on the crew, like, and they were just really calm. Um, they just kind of say, "You want some tea, water, get dressed, take as long as you want, do as many takes as you need," and yeah,
Love
Cash,
that. I am
cash.
so gassed for you. You're such like a humble guy. This is what I'm getting from you. I'm getting very humbled. And how does it feel then? Because you've been on Colours, you've been on BBC Two, you've even done a BET Soul Cipher. Like, how does it feel to be like, okay, right, I've been out here doing this now?
I think it's awesome now. Like we're really blessed to be doing it, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of looking at like us and saying like, oh, like bro, you're gone, you're out of here. But it's kind of like we're really not. Like there's still so much work to do to kind of establish what we want. Like I was just saying about Instagram first and foremost. Like I want like letting people know like this is how I function, this is what I do, and finding my own way to impact the culture. Like that takes so much more time than what we've done so far. Like I feel like with everything we've kind of been able to pack like about 2 years of work into 6 months, and it's been busy, but it's been awesome, you know what I mean? So I'm just looking forward, and everyone kind of sees it and they're like, yo, like it's crazy, but there's so much more to do, you know what I mean?
We're talking of things in terms of the future and more things to show. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but I think we should take a little bit of a musical break and get into a new banger that you dropped this month, actually, Beady Eyes. What is the song about? Because I can feel it, but I want to know from the artist. I was going to say the horse's mouth, but that sounded weird. What
Beady
does that even
Eyes.
mean? Yeah.
Beady Eyes is I just did because I have like you can't see it now because I'm blind, but I have like really like small eyes.
Don't say that because the people would have thought you was blind, sir. You're wearing glasses.
Yeah, okay, I'm exaggerating, but yeah,
Okay.
like I got really tiny eyes in it, so it was just kind of the name for the demo that I'd written for it. But the song itself is like I think at the moment I'm just trying to document what goes on around me, like not only with myself, but the things I see. Just I'm 22 in it, so I just see what my generations do. My generation, um, and the way we contradict ourselves, the way we talk, the way we express ourselves. Like I see all these different things, and we take it lightly because we're in it. But people look from the outside, and it's like a whole other world. Why do you think like a show like Euphoria was made? So I think like I'm in my own way trying to document that. So with Beady Eyes, it is a lot of you know, stretching yourself, pulling yourself apart, trying to figure out things. There's a lot of in the lyrics, there's a lot of contradiction. And I think that honestly is just a part of human nature. I'm also a part of like the nature of a young person who does not know yet what they want in their life, you know? So that kind of is reflected in BDIs.
I feel a lot of people can really resonate with that. I heard you dropping a little bit of an EP in the next couple of weeks.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You're too
Just a little
humble.
one. Just
On
a
the
little
tempo.
one. A little
Just a little one.
sense.
Now we got EP coming, 5 songs. It's called She Might Bleed.
Oh,
And you've heard two of the songs, like Occasion, BDIs. But yeah, like I feel like in making She Might Bleed, it was kind of coming back to acknowledging and documenting a lot of the nature of the young man, me being myself, my brethren around me, and just the way we're kind of pushed to act by a lot of the influences around us in terms of hypermasculinity, in terms of how violence and pride can come into that. And a lot of that really, even beyond like guys my age, men older, uncles, fathers, brothers, we see how a lot of that kind of putting up that front can impact the women in our lives, sisters, daughters, girlfriends, wives, and how a lot of them do um stand through it and try and show their support through it. And I feel like a lot of people, especially like people from more traditional homes, have like seen it, how the mothers and sisters kind of work through it. So but we forget how much they can be affected by that too, thus she might bleed.
I like that you're talking about something which is so deep and intellectual. Not gonna lie, when you first said she might bleed, I was like, what are we talking about? Because you could think certain things.
It could be anything, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just touching on that, like hypermasculinity is a very important thing to be discussing. Of course, it encompasses everything from like aggression to pride, and why these things have been, forced and placed on what black masculinity means, and why we evoke those types of things there. But in your eyes, then, what does it look like to be a healthy man in 2022?
Be what you want. You're multifaceted, as is everyone. Like, there's so many different sides to you. We're only shown, I think, especially when talking about like black men, we're only shown like that one side, and I think everyone knows what that one side would be like in the media. But like they don't show the side, my brethren who just like to chill at home and watch anime, or like to write poems, or who BMX, like they don't just show like the human side that anyone else could like connect to. So I feel like we need to remember that it comes in all shapes and sizes, good, bad, whatever. So I guess I'm trying to, not even that I'm trying to, but I feel like because it's just who I am, I'm trying to kind of give that message by just being myself, I guess.
And using your talent then to make awareness and start conversations on topics like this, how important is that to you? And has that always been important from the beginning?
Nah, I'm not an activist. I'm gonna say that first and foremost. That's not where I'm at. But I think I have no choice but to kind of report the news of the world around me. Like even with the EP She Might Bleed, that's coming out next month. It's not me like trying to talk like a savior looking down at everything. It's like I'm also someone who's in it, and learning and figuring it out. But yeah, I think it's not always been a part of what I'm trying to do, but naturally it's going to be that if I want it to be, music and content that lasts beyond this week or next year, something that can be passed down, so that like there is something to learn from that. Why do you think to this day we still listen to Marvin? Because a lot of the messages he said and what's going on are still very, very relevant.
Thanks.
Like to this day. So I guess I'm more trying to make something that actually speaks to the people rather than a chart.
Does that not mean a lot to you then? If you were never to touch UK top 40, would you be okay with that?
I mean, like, if I did, it would be awesome, but I'm not, my eyes aren't really set on that. But I think the response from the people shows itself more than, the number one, because it's like that could only go on for so many weeks until someone else is number one, but no one else is going to tell a story the way I tell a story. They can only tell a story the way they tell a story. So I want people to come to me for that, because that's going to be a lot more sustainable than trying to make a slap every week, you know what I mean? Or every, you know what I mean? So I think I'd rather focus on adding value to people's lives as best as I can. Also, you want to make some some slaps, but I think if that was number one on the priority list, we wouldn't be talking about the things we're talking about in this interview right now.
And maybe you wouldn't have been on the colours.
Maybe I wouldn't have been. You never know.
You would have been on TikTok, doing the challenges and all them things there.
Exactly.
Do you know what though? It is nice to come across an artist in our generation that has that focus though, because I think everything is okay, release every single week. Okay, TikTok. Okay, do the most on your Insta stories. So to be speaking to our artists that generally just cares about their music and their content, and that's the focus, and that's where the heart is within the music. It's really refreshing, actually, because our generation are wild at the moment.
Thank you. Oh no, we've been crazy. Why do you? We're crazy. Why do you think I write the songs I write, man? Like that's the thing. Why do you think it sounds so crazy? It's not me making it sound crazy. It's as crazy as it seems.
No, for true. Let everyone know exactly what date they can get the EP and where they can get it from when it drops.
So She Might Bleed comes out February 18th. And it's going to be on all streaming platforms. Hopefully eventually we'll come out with some physicals, and that's going to be followed by a tour that starts on March 22nd. We're going to be doing 3 dates: Manchester, London, and Birmingham. Check out my Instagram, Sipho the Ism, hit the link in the bio. And you'll get all the information you need.
Promo on point.
No, I love that. You just I was going to ask about the tour, but you went straight in yourself. I was like,
oh man, that's what I'm saying. If you're hearing the tunes, you gotta see the boy live. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much for joining us. You've been absolutely incredible.
Thank you guys.